Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to my corner office, as I call it. We're here in the corner of my living room, which is my temporary studio, where I've been for the last 9 months or so making music. Just over there is our very messy kitchen. Just over there is a bunch of Forest toys all over the floor. But hey, you don't have to know any of that because this is not a 360 camera. So on Tuesday's video, in case you missed it, well, first off, in case you missed it, new videos every Tuesday and Friday now. In that video, I shot about 2/3 of it out in the shed in our backyard. When it's finished, that will be where I'm making music and YouTube videos. Not that we'll never be here in the house, but I figured this actually works out that the shed wasn't ready because this is the corner where I made my first single called Where Did I Go? What I'm going to do is play a preview of the song. This is a longer clip than I've shared anywhere on social media. And very few people on the planet have heard this song. Here is a clip from my upcoming debut single called Where Did I Go? Which I made right here in the corner of my living room. Hope you like it.
I've got this nagging fear that in about 20 years I'll look myself in the mirror and ask, where did I go? How did I wind up here? Pushing 30 in the rearview mirror. Old dreams feel no more near. Where did I go?
Alright, so I hope you liked it. I hope that gets you ready to just stream this all day long next Friday when it comes out. So now let's talk a little bit about this song. To me, it served as a sort of thesis statement that's guiding where I want to go with Ben and the Family Quest musically, at least for a while. So probably for anyone who's heard my older, what I still considered singer-songwriter music, probably the first thing that stands out is that this is more polished, more pop leaning, more unapologetically fun, and even some of the lyrics are sort of like wink wink, self-deprecating, kind of just fun. Even though I set out to write just a fun song, the first lyrics I wrote were, I've got this nagging fear that in about 20 years I'll look myself in the mirror and ask, where did I go? It's a fear of insignificance. It's a fear of looking back and regretting settling for less than I should have. So in a sense, it's a fairly heavy topic. I want it to be well produced, just turn up in the car, but still have some element of still being a singer-songwriter at heart. That said, try not to get so lost in metaphor, and there were some lyrics that I've written that I'm really proud of, all the layers of meaning and the twists and the references and whatever, but it's just, to most people, it just kind of doesn't mean anything, and that's fine. I just wanted to make something that was a little bit more straightforward and not get so caught up in trying to squeeze a million ideas into one song. So along the lines of this more polished pop production, I wanted to show you the vocal melody for the chorus. It's only 3 notes that I keep turning inside out different ways. And this is something that a lot of catchy songs have in common. If more notes was always better, we'd all still be listening to John Coltrane all the time, or like an Eddie Van Halen guitar solo or whatever. And those are all fine, especially when it comes to a catchy pop melody. More notes does not tend to be the way to go. Someday, hopefully before too long, I'll have a nice fancy like multi-cam setup. That'd be fun. But instead, I'm just gonna hold this here. Okay. Oh man, you can see how dusty this is. I haven't been. Oh man, I gotta clean that. That's gross. The entire chorus is just these 3 notes: B, C sharp, and D sharp. Something kind of like that. And that 3-note melody is part of why you can hear it once and walk away and kind of be able to hum it back. It doesn't have to be that way. It's not the only way to write a catchy melody, but it was something that I did somewhat intentionally here. Another intentional choice I made is thinking about where I picture people listening to it. So like some pop electronic musicians, it might be in a club setting, it might be picturing it live. Maybe like a folk artist might picture people putting on a record and like sitting and really listening to all the lyrics. And my vision is people listening in the car. A lot of my favorite listening experiences happen, in the car with the music cranked. So what I'm going for in my songs with this project is that they're all gonna have at least 2 moments that are turn up in the car moments. Whether I succeed or not, who knows, but that's sort of what I vision. And one of those moments, and where did I go, is that what's called the riser, that moment going into the first hook where things are kind of building, there's this tension coming. And, I just picture as that happens, it's kind of playing in the background, and then, you just have to turn it up. The other moment in this song for me is the bridge. There's a pretty big left turn musically in the bridge of the song. I really love how it turned out. Erin told me the other day when she was listening to it that it's her favorite part of the song. But I'm keeping that a secret until it's released, so you can be surprised. Another big change for this project compared to my singer-songwriter stuff was, in the past, I would say it was acoustic guitar, most of the time acoustic, sometimes it was an electric guitar riff, but most of the time it was acoustic guitar and lyrics first. And then layering, touches of electronic. Like, I've always liked drum machine sounds. None of my songs have live drums in them. I've never been super shy about a slightly electronic sound, but it was still guitar-based singer-songwriter music. I still want to really craft the lyrics. I still want to write good melodies. I still want to have guitar parts in my songs. But the ratio has now flipped, where the songs I'm writing right now are starting with some element of production, a drum loop and a cool sound, a synth part, something like that. Or actually, in the case of this song, the chorus melody just popped into my head first, which never works for me. I never do well writing melodies first because they just tend to either suck or I accidentally plagiarized the song I was just listening to and I didn't realize it. So I don't tend to write melodies first. So that's definitely a big change for me, not having guitar-based music. I play way more keyboard these days than I do guitar. I'm sure that'll come into balance at some point. A lot of the same ingredients as my old music, but the ratio has changed somewhat dramatically. So finally, I did want to tease a couple things, a couple future videos related to this song. I'm really excited about doing a video in the coming weeks about how I made my favorite parts of the song. Yeah, kind of break down some of the nitty-gritty, how I made some stuff, really get to see me play the music a little bit more. Today's video is a little bit more still talking, but just wanted to let you know that video is coming. Another video I'm really excited about making really comes from, one of my guiding principles with what I'm doing is trying to make something that I wish some of my favorite creative people would make. And one of those things for me is anytime I get to see the making of any of my favorite artists' music, and like the more detailed and music nerdy, the better. So something I'm going to do is make a every track video for probably all my songs. I want to do it for all my songs. Meaning I'm going to start a video and go through every single track of my multi-track session. And like this session's kind of a beast. It's my biggest one ever. I would go in and look at every little nuance in the production process and talk about it. And if it's an hour-long video, that's cool. Like, I'm just gonna put it up there for those of you who are interested in that kind of thing. So, a couple things to look forward to there. This is really just kind of still scratching the surface of the kind of things I want to do. Hope you enjoyed hanging out. Hope you enjoyed getting to hear the song and hear some of my thoughts behind what I want to do with the music for this project. And yeah, really excited. Look for the song next Friday, July 31st, 2020. And before that, a new video next Tuesday. All right, until then, have a good one. Peace.